Welcome back. So this morning it was fabulous, and I really want to thank our Global Collaborative group and certainly the panel on technology. You have really set a high bar for the rest of us. I was having so much fun that I forgot we were talking about assessment. And that comment was just for John. So this is not the time to summarize, but I get a chance to say a couple of things before I start the panel off. And I thought that what I would do is combine some of the things that we've been thinking about this morning, and that is that bringing it back to assessment, because we really have had the rich conversation that I talked about wanting us to have yesterday about what is valuable to us. And I've heard over and over again that we can use assessment as a change agent, that we can use assessment as a way in which to change culture if we make sure that we first start out by measuring what we value, and then over time we're valuing what's being measured instead of the other way around. And I think that that's been really important. I've been asked to let people know that there are surveys at your table, maybe even on your seat. If you didn't see it on your spot, you might have sat on it. We're asking people to complete the surveys. There's a place to drop them off at the registration desk. This was not intentional by any means, but there's a part of the survey, part of the program that has been left off. Correct, Megan? Yes. And the electronic version of the survey will be going out within the next day. And so that's a way for you to provide feedback as well. So right now, we have an opportunity to hear about some of the really good thinking that occurred yesterday afternoon. We have 4 questions. We asked people to think about those questions, how assessment could guide various sectors of our enterprise, so to speak, at different levels, at the micro, meso, and macro level. And so in order to maintain the kind of lively back and forth that we've had, I've asked our panelists to adjust a little bit what they've prepared, because they've got a lot more material, and I was concerned about not having enough time for the kind of interaction that we seem to enjoy. So I'm going to ask each of the groups to first introduce yourself. These are all members of our planning committee, by the way, and so I really want to thank them. I think they've done a fabulous job. Introduce yourself, the question that you were asked, and then I'm going to ask you to just talk a little bit about the process, and then group 1, I'm only going to ask you to talk about the strategy on the macro level, on the policy level. Group 2, if you could focus on the meso level. Group 3 on the micro, and I can't find my group 4 right now. There's Meg. And Meg is always, she's going to do what she wants to do. because that's pretty consistent, right? Lucy, you want to start?